Tensions are heating up between President Trump and Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, with the president once again demanding lower interest rates and even calling for Powell's removal. The clash centers around Powell's resistance to cut rates in response to Trump's sweeping tariffs. Our Washington correspondent Brendan Scanlon live on Capitol Hill tonight. Brendan?
Hey there, Nick. Good evening. Well, really the main goals of the Federal Reserve are to promote maximum employment, stable prices, and also sort of manage and moderate those long-term interest rates. But according to Chairman Jerome Powell, it's getting harder for the Federal Reserve to accomplish those goals due to President Trump's tariffs.
The level of tariff increases announced so far is significantly larger than anticipated, and the same is likely to be true of the economic effects.
This week, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell expressing concern about the economic outlook of the U.S.
Unemployment is likely to go up as the economy slows in all likelihood, and inflation is likely to go up.
Thursday morning, President Trump demanding immediate action from the Fed, taking aim at Powell on Truth Social, saying, quote, "The European Central Bank is expected to cut interest rates for the 7th time, and yet too late." Jerome Powell of the Fed, who is always too late and wrong, yesterday issued a report which was another and typical complete mess. Powell's termination cannot come fast enough.
Powell is facing a global financial crisis, recession, but also the imminent risk of inflation even worse than what we had 2 years ago, which was quite bad.
Economist Michael Santos says the U.S. was on track for a soft landing, but uncertainty surrounding tariffs is causing turbulence.
We were in a perfect guide path. We had that soft landing. We were darn close. He had almost accomplished that. Politically, it was very much in Trump's interest not to mess it up, and he's kind of messed it up.
Santo believes the administration's tariff strategy is backfiring and says if there's no course correction,
there is a very high risk that we could face a global financial crisis, equaling or even exceeding the 2008 financial crisis.
And Nick, Powell's term runs through May of 2026, and the Federal Reserve Act only permits dismissal of a chair for cause. So for things like misconduct, not so much for a policy disagreement. Powell insists that his removal is not permitted under that current law. Reporting live on Capitol Hill for WENY News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Nick, back to you.